personal question, because this is something that I struggle with. Do you guys, putting yourself out there so consistently and like living with the consequences? I know that I have times like, and I'll be transparent. People know me for like wearing my heart on my shirt sleeve. Even on this show, every Wednesday, I get a little bit of butterflies in my stomach, and I go, nobody cares what I have to say. What am I doing? My God. Like, I don't, who am I to tell everybody how it needs to be? And I have to like pump myself up or take a shot of Stoli. I got to get myself over the hump to do it pretty much every week. How have you guys combated that? Because I mean, I know like personally, I'm horrible with my own social media. Like everybody on my team is like, dude, you got to hire somebody. Like people want to know. And I'm like, no, they don't. Nobody cares what I'm doing. And they're like, yeah, they do. So how have you guys embraced that? I mean, for me, it's been a huge challenge. I don't know that it is for everybody. Based on some people's social media, it's no challenge at all. But how have you guys handled that?
Well, it's totally been a challenge for us, but AZN and I, we've always been able to bounce things off of each other. Whenever I'm down, he's up. And, vice versa. He's the business, he's the internet guy, I'm the wrench. And we're able to keep things going. A lot of times we'll be struggling with something and on a build, and we'll be trying to figure out exactly how to do it. And then you get a fresh young mind that walks in the door like AZN that doesn't know much about building anything. And he says, hey, why don't you just drill a hole right down through the top, and then patch the hole later, and why don't we, and, there's been plenty of times when he's been designing a t-shirt or a flyer, and, I've walked in and I've seen the obvious. And should we put the date on that flyer when we're going to be there? And, we're always helping each other along. So we're grateful for each other, that we can keep each other in check.
So you got to have that team that always sees the inspiring side of you, the reason they got the job, the reason that they started working for you, the whole reason they still stick around. Lou is a good example of that. He is inspired for reasons we don't know, and he keeps us in check and says, all right, guys, today we got to do this. And to go back to what you were saying, you're saying it takes courage to get up on the mic. It takes courage to stand in front of the camera and say, okay, what I'm saying might be important. Well, half of it's true. Half of the people in the world don't give a crap about you, and they don't. And that can be a fact. That can be okay. Okay. So half the world isn't going to give a crap about me. That's okay. But the other half they will give a crap. And some of those just haven't found you yet. And you know what, man, there's not enough people with courage. It is your responsibility, right? Just like when you see someone broke down on the side of the road, well, there's a lot of people that can help them. Well, what if they don't like my help? Well, what if they already have help? What if they already called somebody? No, you got to stop. It's now your responsibility to stop and check on them. So it's our responsibility now to get in front of the camera, get in front of the microphone, tell our story, because there's people relying on us because they don't have the courage to do it themselves.
That's a great point. That's great. Jeez Louise. I think we may just want to shut this thing down.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys, thanks for being here. No, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, but I appreciate it, man. And it's something people are giving me a hard time in the comments, but it's true, man. I mean, it does require some courage, and it does take a team.
It's like a yin and yang approach. Wes and I say that all the time. Like, he had to drag us onto this show, right, T? I mean, because Wes loves to do this, and he's like, you guys got to get on this show. We're focused on other parts of the business, and that's what we thrive on. He thrives on this, but yet it takes some.
Well, it's a great segue.
We've got to have Wes's input on stuff we're doing, and then adding us to the show has helped him, I think. So it takes all kinds.